Folks, this video is about the disadvantages and the advantages, the tremendous advantages that I certainly believe outweigh the disadvantages of waking up. First of all, when you wake up, your mindset and your manner of speaking and your attitude and the words that you utter and the subjects that you talked about will be the opposite of what the masses, and especially your friends, your relatives, your intimate family members want to hear. They're going to say, what's happened to you? What happened to the old Jane, the old Dick, the old Russ, the old Roberta? What happened? Well, what happened is that you woke up and you realized that everybody, including yourself, had been living a lie, and they still are. And they're not going to like it because you're going to become what is known as a prophet or a messenger from the high heavens. And we all know, the wise that is, know that the high heavens are within us because we are, as the Master Jesus said, gods. And folks, a prophet is never realized or accepted as a prophet in his own country. So trust me, you're going to have a lot of flack with your wives, your husbands, and your children. Not all of them. There's always going to be one, maybe two. And down the road, it'll get better when they see you're determined. And when they start to do their own research, or they run into someone else who's saying the same thing that you say, who they respect, yeah, they're going to start to get that inner itch to wake up. Yeah, waking up is not easy because you're going to ostracize yourself. You're going to alienate yourself from mainstream society, which to me is a very good thing because I certainly don't want to fit in. Not when I live in a land of liars, poor parrots, and fools. A land where the masses are asses. They're degenerated. They're Judaicized by the Jewish control of our nation. And they're emasculated, and in truth, they nauseate me. But it's going to be difficult and tough. So you know, there's an old saying: when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Because once you wake up, you're going to have to get going, or you're going to have to die. The reality is, well, you have to die to begin with. Your old self has to die before you're born anew. That's the real meaning for born again, not the bullshit that your televangelist lying Judaicized preacher tells you. That's what's being born anew. You kill your old self like the phoenix, the mythological bird, which I am. He's really an old soul who, when things get very bad, he destroys himself and he rises again, stronger and more powerful than ever. That's what you have to do. You have to be born again. That is the real meaning. But as I said, it'll be tough, so you have to learn to deal with the loneliness or the rejection. My suggestion, when they call you a conspiracy theorist, look them dead in the eye and say, no, I'm a conspiracy realist, because conspiracy is a way of life on prison planet Earth. You are nothing but a stupipede, a robo-sapien, an ethical government theorist. That's what I do. And believe me, I put them right in their place because I know how to intimidate and I could back it up. Because I know not only talk the talk, I could walk the walk. Now that you know the disadvantages, that it's going to be tough, it's going to be a battle, let's talk about the advantages. The advantages is that once you're awake and aware and you know there's no such thing as death, and you'll fear nothing. And you'll know that every day when you wake up, no matter what adversities, troubles, difficulties you may encounter, you could handle them. Yeah, you'll turn the adversities into equivalent or greater benefits to you and your loved ones. You'll jump over the obstacles. You'll roll with the punches. You'll be a true winner because you can't be defeated because you know not the meaning of defeat. You will march on like the tortoise who beat the hare in the proverbial race, the speedy hare, because the hare got overconfident. The tortoise knew what he had to do. He knew what to do at the time he ought to do it, and he did. He carried through. You'll be able to see through. You'll be able to handle anything. Nothing will faze you. You'll know in your heart that when you pass on of what the morons call death, you're just going into another dimension, back to the pleroma, back to the source from which you came, and then back to earth to learn the lessons that you forgot or you need to learn to carry on, to be of greatest service to the highest and greatest good of all. Yeah, you'll be a winner. So is it worth it? Absolutely. So I say to you, wake the fuck up.